Lollitwapus said, well, hello there. At Digolorant8435 asks, how old are you? Theblin Dusbin said, hi.
What's up, everybody? Getting things set up, doing it on the fly. Coming your way as you watch me surf.
Dankyfangle420 said, hey guys.
Hey guys.
Lollitwapus asks, how are you guys doing?
Indeed.
Wolfbjorn said, hello.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
At Terminape1 said, hey Pete.
Yo, what's up?
Candata.
Oh, you know what? It's dark in here, I bet. And I bet you I can do something about that by pressing that button. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. Oh, there we go. I feel like it's light now.
Said, hey Wolf.
Wolf, what's going on, Wolf? What's going on, everybody?
Smash said, I need to know which ocean tastes the best.
Oh, the Atlantic. Atlantic Ocean.
Said, what did you think of my Twitch name, Pete? LOL.
That was I will answer all those in order as I mute you for a second, get myself set up. The Atlantic Ocean tastes terrible. It tastes absolutely terrible. There's just, I don't know why, there's always like stuff in the water out there. I mean, not like the Pacific tastes very good, but something about whatever's going on in the Atlantic, it has a funky flavor to it, and you can like smell the low tide from like way off when you're in the what am I getting hit by here? Oh, it's this. I can't lean back because it's like touching me. Oh, whatever. We'll figure it all out as we go. I used to be so worried about like making the show perfect and making sure there are no flaws or no errors and nothing going wrong. And then I realized that every time something goes wrong, you guys enjoy it. You seem to enjoy my misery, you bastards.
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
Nisha was kind enough to take me to the post office today, and we got some more boxes out. Lola, you didn't respond to my email, and I didn't get your email, but I did notice that you ordered 2 more boxes, one for yourself and one for someone else, and your zip code is incorrect. I tried to email you about it, but it won't let me ship yours out to you because the zip code you put in the thing was not a valid zip code. So I need you to fix that or respond to me somehow, and I can get you your bottle of Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap, or your 3 bottles, actually, is how they come.
Lollitwapus said, oh, sorry, I will respond. I will check it over.
Cool. And yeah, I told you last night, anybody that wants to get a hold of me from this show, she said...
4826 said, I got my wisdom teeth out today.
Oh, that's the best.
That's
Slash the worst.
But it should be back in around 2 hours, maybe sooner.
It's hot in here. I got my wisdom teeth out when I was 17, and I had all 4 of them done, and I still have them. They're like, if I felt like getting up and rooting around, and you guys felt like watching me for like 5 minutes, I could probably find them. They were huge when they came out. They were some big old wisdom teeth, and so I had my wisdom teeth taken out, right? What's going on, by the way? This is the Blind Surfer Show. I'm Pete, your host. You got Petey the Penguin over there. You can see him on vertical. He's like right down there. If you're on horizontal, he's over there. He is, of course, the mascot for my brand new frothing hand soap company called Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. It's not just cleaning, it's fun. You can get a box today at blindpenguin.com. I highly recommend it. But we are on Twitch, horizontal and vertical. We're on YouTube, horizontal and vertical. We're on TikTok, which I got kicked off again last night, again, after like 43 minutes. And I am on Facebook as well. If you want to get in touch with me, you can hope that your chat message gets read out loud when I press this button.
Is having to eat soft food.
Right here. Yeah, man. Soft food is where you're going to have to be.
At verse 4826 said, God bless milkshakes.
Milkshakes are delicious and perfect for when you get your wisdom teeth out. But if I'm not pressing that button and you're dying to get a hold of me, you can do it on Twitch for just 200 bits or more. It'll get read out loud. If you are on YouTube, you can do a super chat. $3 or more will get your message read out loud there as well. So when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, I had the procedure done. They knocked me out, completely knocked out. And next thing I know, I wake up in the front seat of my mom's car. I think she was driving like a Corvette or something at that point. And I'm like slumped over, and I'm in the car, and I realize I've got something in my hand, like my hand and my lap. And I'm like, what is this? And so I realize it's like a tooth-shaped container. It's like, it's, a cutesy little it's like the size of your fist, but it's in the shape of a tooth. And then I open it up, I'm like, oh, all 4 of my teeth were in there. And like, what is going on here? And so I wait till my mom gets back into the car, because she went to CVS to get like the medication or whatever. And I was like, why do I have my teeth? She's like, you don't remember? I'm like, no, I do not remember. Apparently, and I started to have some recollection of it after she started telling me, but the dentist, as I was coming to, said something about like we took all 4 out from, or we took all 4 from him and it went well, saying something about we took from him. He was just recapping, either making his own notation or talking to the nurse or talking to him. I don't know, but all I heard was they took something from me, and I got like livid. Apparently, I'm like, what did you take from me? I was like, give it back, I want it back. Like a moment of lucidity, I like popped up and like I stood up and like, give it back. And then I went back down on the chair again. I was like all loopy and crazy. And so the next thing I knew, I woke up and I had demanded that he give me my teeth back. And so I don't know why I keep taking them with me. Had them out when I was a little older. I wasn't 17. I think I was 18 or 19. I was in college, and I've been carrying them around with me every place I've ever moved, everywhere I've ever been. I keep taking my wisdom teeth with me. I don't know why, but I remember, I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea when I had my wisdom teeth to try and eat baby carrots. I don't know. I was like enjoying the punishment or something, because as I was eating the baby carrots, he'd like nibble, and like the pieces of carrots would get stuck in the holes from my wisdom teeth. And then you had to like suck them out. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know. But I did the whole thing with like the peas on the mouth instead of like a normal ice bag. I had peas, a frozen bag of peas on my mouth, and I was eating baby carrots, but I was also eating Jell-O and other soft stuff. So
Ouch.
that was my experience with my wisdom teeth. I was reaching for my
Devlin Desmond said I got mine removed, and then my mom bought me a Tony Tuesday from KFC, and it took me like 2 hours to finish it.
What's a Tony Tuesday? Is that a special Kentucky
Panda
Fried?
Crush just followed.
Hey, Panda Crush, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that, and
William
I like your
owns
username.
This account just followed.
All right, I appreciate that too. I wonder why I'm not getting the. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're. I don't think anything in particular happens when you follow me on TikTok. I just get that thing.
Dangfangle420 said, Lola, did you accept?
If you follow me on TikTok, no, if you follow me on Twitch,
said yes.
If you follow me on Twitch, you'll get the Steve's head will pop up, and then it'll get your username right out loud by the fun British guy. And I am at Pete Gustin on Twitch. Which, by the way, I know I've been either annoying you guys or entertaining you guys. I can't tell, but the numbers on Twitch, literally day after day, are going doot, 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 and I'm working directly with the people from Twitch who are supporting me, and they're like, your growth is really impressive. And I know we only have like 20, 30 people in there at a time, tops, but see, exactly.
Whalevic just followed.
Wait, Whalevic, I feel like you already followed me. I don't know how you managed to do that again, unless there's a lot of Whalevics out there. Because I very specifically remember that name, really hoping it was Whale Vic and not Whale D-I-C-K. But yeah, if you want to follow me over on Twitch and help those numbers keep growing up and up and up, I think that's where Lola found me. I think she found me on Twitch. Thank you. Got another follow right there.
Lala Twappa said no worries.
No worries. I was worried. I tried to get, so Lola, she bought the box of blind.
Wispy 2022 asks, how long have you been blind and what's your favorite hobby?
I've been blind since I couldn't see, and my favorite hobby is surfing because I'm the blind surfer. People ask that one constantly, and I guess it's a normal question. If you've never seen, it's people like, what's your favorite voice acting job? How long have you been blind? What can you see? Like the 3 questions I get asked about 300 times a day. I started losing my eyesight at the age of 8, and I lost all my eyesight about 8 years ago. So there you go. I was into another thought, but I was reaching for an energy drink and I found this instead. This is I don't know where the front of it is, but I'll just
said, okay, the clarification needs a bit of an explanation and follow-up questions.
What clarification? Whatever this
Devlin
is.
Desmond said Tony Tuesday, like $2 in Canada.
Oh, it's a Canadian
It's
thing.
me, Margaret said hi.
Hi, what's up, Margaret? Margaret, as we'd call you in the Boston
Chase
area.
asks, have you ever crocheted?
No, that's pretty funny. Every question people ask me, like, have you ever? I'm like, yes, I've done everything. I literally have, out of the 1,400 videos I've got and all the things I've done on this channel and all the things I've attempted since losing my eyesight, I've not skydived. We covered that the other night. The poor guy in Orange, Massachusetts, who was There you go. It's a nice follow.
Ampersand 27 just followed.
See, percent 27. He knows, or she knows. They know what's up. They know how to give me the follow. I think there's another goal on there tonight. I don't know what the goal is. I was trying to get like another 10 or 15 over there. I mean, eventually I'd like to get like a few thousand, but hey, I'll take a few at a time. Follow me on Twitch at Pete Gustin. Out of all the things I've ever done, crocheting is not one of them. I don't know if that sounds interesting. I don't know if I want to crochet. I'm not sure if that would really do it for me, but no, I probably there's a dive bar in the area, in the village that we live in, and Banana and I go there a lot. We don't get bothered by people there. I mean, like people coming up trying to be like, you know, say hi while we're trying to eat or something like that. It's we get set back a little bit. We really just get to be ourselves there, and they have a really good deal on a lot of food, and we're there a lot. We do not go, because it's a bar, we don't go on Monday. Like, I try not to go to a bar on Monday. Like, I don't want to be that guy. But Banana went down there to pick something up across the street, and she's like, I'll just stop in for a drink and say hi to everybody. And she said that there was a bunch of women in their 60s that were crocheting in the bar and drinking beers at the same time. She's like, I can't believe there's like a crochet/knitting circle in the bar that we go to. And if you ever seen the place on any other day or night of the week, it would be the last place you'd expect a bunch of people to be crocheting. So that was kind of funny. But no, I have not done it.
Dublin Desmond said it's a bunch of colored string that you make into patterns.
Yep, that is it.
I guess you could do.
I mean, I guess if I like
Wispy 2022 just followed.
Thanks, Wispy 2022.
At Dud 4171 said Jesus loves y'all.
Thanks.
Laughing face.
Thanks, Dud. Why'd you laugh? I don't know if you're supposed to laugh after that.
Cyberspotted said YOOO.
Yo, what's going on?
At Creamy 1988 said sorry, but I love the blind penguin more than I love the blind surfer.
Oh man, I mean that's.
But I still love the blind surfer dude.
I mean the blind penguin, he is pretty cool. Hold on, I'm getting some messages here. Let's see what this is. Oh, it's someone trying to sell me something. I want to know when my new tripod is coming. I told you the other day I've been trying to do these. I get up every once in a while and walk around. I don't know if I have the energy for it today. I went surfing this morning and I'm dead exhausted. I might just sit here and yap at you guys. But I ordered this tripod. It was an expensive tripod. It was a nice heavy duty tripod, and it was supposed to get here yesterday. And then they said today. This is through Amazon. And like, what time is it? I don't even know what time. It's
Control center.
Mama Wolf 2342 just followed.
Thanks, Mama Wolf 2342. I appreciate that. A lot of, there's like a lot of geese and wolves that follow me. That's one from
Lola Tuppers just cheered 200 bits.
Thank you, Lola.
In response to your email, they are both gifts to two different people.
Oh.
One for Johnny and one for Leon. I wonder if I accidentally reversed the billing and shipping.
I don't know, but the one to, I forget what I told you. I think the one to Johnny went out, and then another one did not. Whichever, I sent you the email address, or I sent you the address that it was. So if you can get that corrected, I will get that one shipped out. We shipped out a bunch of boxes today. Really nice, you guys. Like after the show last night, after I was done, I was sitting there gorging myself on my Chinese food that I ordered while I was talking to you guys. Which, by the way. As I was eating the Chinese food, I got 5 more orders for the Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. So Nisha picked me up this morning at a big stack of boxes. We brought those down to the post office. But Lola's did not go out because of the incorrect address and or zip code. And then there's another guy, David, I think his name was, and he sent the wrong zip code 3 times. 3 times. So I had to eat the shipping on that and mail those out again. But I'm trying to just get the word out about the really fun, good smelling hand soap, Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. So you should get yours now because I'm just about to run out. So I was the Chinese food that I ordered on DoorDash last night. You guys were like, holy crap, $100 for one person. You will be happy to know. You will smile. You'll be like, yeah, that makes me happy. You'll be happy to know that I did not spend $100 just for one meal. I only ate about half of it last night. So it was $100 for 2 meals. And I might even, it might be like 2 meals and some snacks.
Wilson said hi.
Hi, what's going on
Me
there?
and my mother, who has eye problems as well, are big fans of you.
Well, that's nice to hear. I'm glad that
At
you guys
Lomity
enjoy the
Carissa
videos.
said, would you ever skydive or cliff jump?
We did that. We covered that last night. Oh, and I think that was, she asked like 3 times if I liked her new username. She has a new username over on Twitch. It was like Blind Surfer PG Sidekick or something like that. At first, I was like, hey, because I didn't understand the word sidekick, the way the text to speech said it. It was like Sidika or something like that. I didn't quite get it. But yes, Blind Surfer PG Sidekick. Very cute, very clever username. I remember when I was like very first getting popular on TikTok, and I was just blowing up there, getting like 100,000 followers a day. All of a sudden, I've told this before, I think, like, over there, I'm Pete Gustin. It's just twitch.com at Pete Gustin, whatever. Like, then all of a sudden there was a blind surfer Pete Gustin on Twitch. Then there was a Pete Gustin surfing blind. Then there was a Gustin Pete blind. And the annoying thing is that they were actually like stealing all my videos. They were actually taking all of my videos as well. I'm like, oh, that's crap. And the ability to try and communicate with someone at TikTok was impossible. Like no one over there ever responds. I'm like, people are literally stealing my username, my avatar, my videos. And then they'd write back like 3 weeks later. They're like, oh, we'll try to investigate that. I'm like, thanks for your help. The people on YouTube have always been good to me. Well, they've been good to me since I had 1 million followers. And then the people that Twitch, it still kind of blows my mind. I'm like this teeny little Twitch streamer with, I don't know, 640, 650 followers. And they have a dedicated person for me. I don't know if I should shut him out because I want him to get bothered, but like helping me out with every question I've got. He's the one that helped me, with the my custom emotes or emojis over there, the super dog one, the banana one. There's one with me. There's one with Petey the Penguin. And they've just been so good helping with the text to speech as well. So like I said, every time that you do 200 bits or more, I get to hear it. When you follow, I hear it. When a hype train starts, I hear it. Oh, and I did get my hype train microphone working today. It wasn't working last night because I forgot to activate the phantom power, which is actually a real thing. Phantom power is a real thing. There it is. I wanted to, hold on, I'll put you guys up while I am.
At Jonathan Pace 6666 said, what's up?
What's up, Jonathan Pace? How you doing?
At Total Lineup Bruce Wayne 2008 said Mickey Mouse.
What about Mickey Mouse? M-I-C-K-E-Y.
Dang said, I mean,
Dagger Destruct just followed.
Dagger Destruct. I like your username too. I don't think I've come across a Twitch username that I haven't liked yet. I feel like every name on Twitch is kind of awesome. So Dagger Destruct. You know, that's the way I hear them. They might be something completely different, but what I'm hearing from the British voiceover guy, it sounds fun. It sounded like Dagger Destruct. Let me put this back up.
And it's me, Margaret said, Pete.
Yo.
I'm a young voice actor. Do you have any advice for me to help make this my career?
Yes.
I love voice acting with a passion.
Work heavily on the acting side of voice acting. I would recommend, a lot of voice actors are still taking like voice acting classes, which is, that's what most people do. I switched to taking acting classes from actors, and I think a lot of the voice acting coaches are probably getting into doing it that way. But it's the better actors are getting all the work these days. I would say more work is this isn't even like a guesstimate. I know for a fact more work is going to people who have voices less like me. There's always going to be need for the announcer voice. People are always going to want that, but it's not the biggest, most sought after voice in the industry these days. Now they just really want the good actors. Like you think of Ryan Reynolds, like he's just so good at like acting. And then I talked the other day about Bryan Cranston. Like, yeah, he's got a deeper voice than not, but he's an extraordinarily good actor. So I spend all sorts of time making time for acting classes and studying and listening to other people and trying to perform and do stuff because acting is the most important aspect of voice acting. So I'm going to pour myself
At Lucas Gaming 826
Yo.
said, hi, Blind Surfer. I love your shorts so much. You make my day.
Well, maybe you'll like my longs too. Maybe you'll like my live. I hope you do.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas is my favorite holiday. I wonder when this is going to overflow.
Desmond said we would pay the extra. Just charge us the shipping. Take our money.
You're trying to get me to send it to Canada.
At Anime Aleph said, oof, I don't like TikTok.
TikTok generally doesn't like me.
Dank 420 said prod loss too.
There we go.
Shadow One just followed.
Thank you, Shadow One. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a couple people in Canada that want me. I guess I can't. I'll have to figure out how to do shipping to Canada because Banana wanted to have it be a flat rate of shipping. Talking about the Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. By the way, before I do that, what damn flavor am I about to eat here? Hold on, let me put on my other text lady because it's a little more real time.
As Springy plays Roblox G1P says I'm gay.
Cool.
It's me. Margaret says thank you so muchhh.
No
Your wisdom
problem.
is so helpful to me.
This tastes like the
Silver Beta CCT says no one cares.
cherry slush one.
Springy plays Roblox G1P says I'm gay.
Mm.
Springy plays
Good for you.
Roblox G1P says I'm gay.
All right, well, you know what you did?
Chromecube says dude stop.
Yeah, you made it so that I'm going to turn off the chat. So, good job. Way to go.
Cherry Garcia 1312 just followed.
What up, Cherry Garcia? I think I'm drinking a cherry drink right now, and someone is texting me frantically, which is making me think that something bad is happening with the. Oh no, it's actually just someone buying. Let's see. Oh, I want to see. I want to give the name of the person, not the full name. Don't worry, I'm not going to give your whole full name. Heather. Heather just bought a box of Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. It's fun. Like, people that are getting it are like playing games with their families and having a good time. Like, it's totally fun. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited that Banana and I made something together. Like, I'm proud of that. Like, the fact that she and I made a product and that people are enjoying it, it just makes it fun for me. What's this one? Oh, there's another one? No, it's just my friend in Hawaii who I was sitting around here on Friday night, and I was kind of bored, you know, because Banana left on, what'd she leave, on Wednesday, and I was done talking to you guys. I was like, I'm going to give a friend a call. You ever done this? Like, rarely do I talk on the phone anymore. And by the way, Cherry Garcia, thank you for the follow on Twitch, at Pete Gustin. I feel like, as I was drinking, I'm pretty sure this drink, I was trying to ask you guys what flavor this drink is, but then someone started bomb texting some nonsense, which is annoying. And like I said, all it does is make me turn the chat off. So, you know, it's no fun for anybody. But I believe he said his name was it sounded like Cherry Garcia as opposed to Jerry Garcia. And that was funny because I think I am drinking the cherry slush. I said I didn't like these Alani energy drinks, but they're starting to grow on me. There's something fun and exciting sounding.
Lola Tupors gifted a tier 1 subscription to Cherry Garcia 1312.
It is cherry. I'm almost positive it's cherry is what I'm hearing. And Lola is just like, I was talking to my parents. I hadn't talked to my parents today in like 2 weeks. I've been so effing busy between everything. And I did have an emergency voiceover today. I had to go running from where I was to come back here and read something because some pretty bad stuff happened in the Middle East. But I was talking to my parents. They're like, how are things? And I was talking to them about Lola Tupaz. I'm like, this woman is supporting the hell out of my channel. It's pretty impressive. And my mom watches. My dad watches every once in a while, but I've been doing a lot of these things, and I don't expect or even want them to watch too many. But thank you for all the support, Lola. All the new people coming in and follow me on Twitch. You're getting subscriptions, which means all sorts of cool things. Namely, first and foremost, is you don't have to watch any commercials while this thing is going on, except for the commercial for the Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. You know, I mean to be annoying about it, but it's fun, and I did invest quite a chunk of money in it. I'm hoping basically to make my money back because I just thought it would be fun. Like, it's just fun for me and Banana to have something for everybody out there to experience what it's like to not see something for a second, and also to prove the point that it is really hard to know what you're smelling if you don't actually have someone tell you what you're smelling. I'm gonna.
At My Heart Will Stop Enjoy 8142 said more like Walter is 5 years old.
Yeah, is that the one who just
Kimbow
keeps?
14 said heya.
Heya, 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 heya.
At Anime Aleph said yo, what did you get?
Mm.
Dangfangle 420 said Lola, can I ask you something?
What do you mean? Now you guys are gonna have a private conversation. I'll let you guys have your private conversation. I don't know what I got. I did get to the. So I went to USPS today to drop off a bunch of boxes of Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. Then Nisha and I went to the UPS store, and so I got all my boxes. I think Lola sent a couple. There was a lot. There's a lot. There's 6 boxes there, and it's funny. So Nisha likes to force me to do stuff on my own, and my UPS box is this tiny little box, and all I know is it's low, and it's on the left of the store. And so she has me feeling around. She's like, you're close, and she's filming it too. I don't even know if it's going to make a video. It doesn't seem like the most exciting video on the planet, but she filmed it, and I'm feeling around. So I finally find it, stick the key in there, reach in, I'm pulling out all the slips and everything. Meanwhile, the guy behind the counter knew exactly who I was, saw me coming, and he didn't need me to bring the slips. We get to the counter. What's that one?
Sarakam 7808 just cheered 200 bits. Just popping in to say hi to everyone. In a bakeathon with my niece. 6 loaves of banana bread and 50 meat empanadas done.
Oh my God, she just started a
Hype train started.
She just started a hype. Good job, Sarah. Sarakam is Sarakam, and I think she just missed one letter H. I think she was trying to say that she's in a bake-a-thon, and it said bakathon. All right, so the hype train has started. I don't know if we're going to get past level 1 tonight. Oh, I mean, that's...
Insanium underscore just followed.
Thank you, Insanium underscore. So the hype train, when a hype train is... Where's the front of this microphone? When a hype train is going on... What is that? I don't think I've heard that one before.
We reached our followers goal of 670.
Nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Let me fire off some music. Turn the volume up. So we set kind of a low goal tonight. I hope it resets. I hope I get another goal.
Kimbo14 just cheered 200 bits.
Kimbo.
I'm excited to get my package on Thursday. Thank you, Pete.
I'm
Let's
excited.
Let's try to keep this hype train going, y'all.
Yeah, whatever you guys can do, whatever you guys can do. Over on Twitch right now. We'll keep the hype train going. It's currently on level 1. And the higher it goes, the more things you guys get. The more excitement there is. The more text messages I keep getting tonight. Getting a lot of messages. Oh, it's Lola fixing the address, so I can get her blind penguin frothing hand soap. But thank you for all the action and excitement that you've been providing me over the past few days. I don't know if you guys noticed my shirt tonight. What the hell does it say? I forget. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. That was very appropriate for what's been going on these past few days, because it's just me here. Talking to you guys, basically every night. I think tomorrow, I might do a morning show. Because I don't want to go up against the World Cup final. That is going to be happening tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I think most people will be watching that. So no, I don't think anyone will want to be watching me at that point.
At Anime Aleph said funny enough artificial.
I don't know what that means.
Insanium just followed.
Thank you, Insanium. I appreciate the
Devlin
follow.
Dusbin said hi.
Hi, the blind husband.
At Lamidia Carissa said a funny part is it comes up on your debit card. As SP Blind Penguin.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's probably Shopify shop or something like
said,
that.
Text me Sarah LOL.
She's in a bake-a-thon right now. I'm on a couch talking to you guys. And I think we're bottoming out at hype train level 1, which is fine. I mean, I'm fine with that. If I get one hype train a night, like, that's pretty exciting. It means that you guys are active. You guys are being engaged. And now I've lost. I was in the middle of drinking my drink, and I don't want to knock it over. Last thing I want to do is knock over energy drink on the couch or on the rug.
It said hello all the way from Iran, Pete.
Whoa, hello. I was reading about your area.
Today said hi Sarah, hi Chris.
I was reading about it for the news today.
Sarah Cam 7808 said hey Kinbao.
Yeah, Kimbo. I think Kim's...
At Silver Beta CCT said this is awesome.
I'm glad you think so. Should I do the whole thing?
420 said hey Kim, you know Twitch.
I think Kim is on Twitch.
At Dominicana 8904 asks, can you read the chat?
Every time. Literally every time someone asks it comes
Lola
up.
Topors just cheered 200 bits. Did you open my packages yet, or were you going to do that in your private time?
Well, I do it in the studio. I usually do it between 5 and 7 in the morning, but before I do my voice act. So I do Blind Guy Unboxing at like 5:30 a.m. usually. So I think you guys should be even more impressed that I seem that chipper and alert, because it is ass early in the morning for me. Because I don't want to, it's one of the, a lot of the other videos that I do, a lot of the other ones I create, if I get interrupted halfway through, like, I don't care. I just stop and then go back to it. But I don't want to be like halfway through trying to figure out some sort of a figurine or food or something, and then have to read a voiceover in the middle of that. So I try and read it in the morning, or I could try and open it in the morning when I'm not going to get interrupted. So I was trying to take this weekend off from filming any of the pre-recorded content. I mean, you guys, if you've been following the past few days, I've been working kind of 20 hours a day or more. And so I decided I was going to do the lives, but not film anything else this weekend. Let's see. Oh, we got another one. Let's see. Sue, thanks, Sue. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to get these all out. Oh, tomorrow's a Sunday. There's no pickup on Sunday. We'll get them out on Monday. So Sue just bought herself a box of Blind Penguin frothing hand soap. I keep forgetting to put, I just don't know how many people are on vertical. And I don't know if the vertical people, if you are in vertical, there's You can see just me if I press that button right there, and it should be me. I don't know. The other day, someone's like, "You're not centered." I was like, "Well, I wish I could verify that for you. I wish I knew which way to move." Another cheer.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. You hit your goal of 670 followers here on Twitch.
I mean, that happened fast. Now I feel like I want to do a reset. It did say that. It said it out loud. It said, "Congratulations, you've hit your goal of 670." Like, it asked me. So again, I'm working with the people at Twitch, and they're like, "What's your goal?" And I'm like, "Well, I'd like to have 1,000 by the end of the summer." And then I feel like it could skyrocket. Like, I'd like to have like 10,000 followers by the end of the year, which sounds, like, oh, ego on you, dude. Like, why you think you'd be so popular? But I've got 3.5 million followers across other platforms for my other stuff. I feel like if they started coming over and joining, I feel like I could hit that, that spot. I've seen it happen. I've seen my YouTube go from 11,000 followers to 1 million in the matter of a month. I saw my TikTok go from 700 followers to 700,000 in the matter of a couple weeks, and I mean, I've seen that happen. So I feel like if you guys are enjoying the show and if you're appreciating it and there's engagement and people are watching, that Twitch will start feeding it to other people in general, and I hope they do, because this community is super fun.
William Hot Dog just followed.
Oh, that's a good username too, William Hot Dog. I don't know why. That one just kind of makes me smile. But thank you for the follow. See, now we're surpassing the goal. I told them, I'm like, I want my goal to be 1,000. I want to write my goal as 1,000. And they're like, well, you're only getting like 20 a night. Maybe make it more reasonable. So we do, like, before the show, we reset it. I think we started tonight at like 650. So they set it to 670. But hey, let's show them. Let's get it to 1,000 in one night. That'd be pretty awesome. But I was asking, I don't know if the people in vertical, like, if you just see me, or would you rather see, like, smaller version of me with Petey the Penguin beneath me? The horizontal people are like, what are you talking about? It's the same view. Like, you don't see anything different. When I press these buttons, different things happen. When I press that button, you get the side view, which I have not had anybody verify if I'm in frame on this one.
I love the episode of X-Files he is in. It is called Drive. He JAS to keep driving fast so his head doesn't explode.
I saw that one. I saw that. That's so crazy. I saw that X-Files.
Jerry Garcia 1312 just redeemed SENDHIGHLIGHTEDMESSAGE.
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that.
At Zentum 220 said Pete.
Yo. That's it. And just said Pete.
At Mr. Bombastic K4P asks, are you having a podcast with a penguin?
Mm-hmm. I am. Petey the Penguin over there.
Marissa said, so sorry you're going through this, animal.
Oh. Hold on, let me get off the side view.
At My Heart Will Stop Enjoy 8142 said Ayu Edgeworth skull emoji rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
That sounds like some fun emojis.
At Zentum 220 said hope you have a good day, Pete. Lala Twapas said cheer you hit your goal of 670 followers here on Twitch.
Oh, so this is behind. All right, so there's another follow.
Felix Television just followed.
Felix Television. That's super fun. I know. I don't know. You guys are seeing it. I'm not, obviously, for obvious reasons, but that's only happened once before, where Steve's head comes up. Let me see if I can figure this out. So someone followed me on YouTube at the same exact time someone followed me on Twitch. So in the horizontal, I think that Skylar's head shows up about here, and Steve's head shows up about here. And then on vertical, Skylar's head shows up here, and Steve's head shows up here. So they both come on the screen at the same time. I feel like we should like make a game out of that, like a. Can I say the word? Shot. It's like some sort of a drink a beverage game, drink a high C game when that happens. If the two heads come up at the same exact time, I mean the chances of that happening are so low. Like someone on YouTube has to hit subscribe at the same exact time someone on Twitch hits follow. And that's the second time it's happened. I don't know. That's exciting for me. Rare circumstances kind of make me giggle. I think I might have to switch over to this chat lady if she's working, because the other one seemed like it was starting to lag behind. The main chat lady, the one that I like, the one that you've been listening to, has a more pleasant voice, is a little nicer.
The hot dog says get drunk if it happens. That's what you are saying.
I said no such thing. I do not encourage that. This is
IC Cryptic 13 says, why do you not use the fast voice on speech?
Because I want you guys to understand it. Like, I want you guys to... I mean, this isn't just for me. Yo.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. I was going to do a drinking game of people asking you if you're actually blind, but I wasn't in the mood to die of alcohol poisoning, lol.
Yeah. I know that when
Blogger
Brooks
says,
is
"Hey, man."
here, I think I didn't know this.
Saracom 7808
Hey,
says
Sarah.
lol.
I thought you were in the Bake-a-thon. I thought
Kimbo
you.
14 says that's smart lol.
Hold on. There's a lot of modding that goes on. Like I don't know all the comments that happen, obviously, unless I'm pressing the buttons here and I bring them up. But I guess Brooks and maybe
Saracom
Joni.
7808 says okay guys gotta go again.
You jumped. The last message I heard from you
LLCSH6WD says love your content, keep it up.
was that you were go. Thank you. I will do
Kimbo
my best to
14
keep
says
it up.
see ya Sarah.
Bye, Sarah. But you'll be back in a second because the last message I heard from you said that you were leaving. Oh, and like 5 minutes ago, someone was like, "How do you know how to read the chat?" It just makes me. I get giggles out of the show sometimes. Someone's like, "How do you know how to read the chat?" As the chat's getting read out loud. I'm like, "Well, hopefully that answered that for you." Hold on. I feel like sometimes I like the microphone or the headphones to be kind of loud because it's a little easier. Like people like to listen to music loud, and sometimes I like to. I have my own voice going in. I have all the Twitch notifications. I have the chat lady. It's all coming through my earbuds here, and I don't really want to be struggling to hear it. But I also realized that I'm spending an extra 2 hours a day with earbuds in, and someone did. They're being kind of a dink about it, and I never really thought about it before. But they were like, "What if you go deaf as well as blind?" I was like, "Oh, that would be horrible." And like literally ever since then, I activated this thing on my iPhone AirPods. It's called like ear protection or noise protection. I forget what the exact setting is, but it limits the volume that you can turn your AirPods up to. And then it also gives you a warning if you've been listening to them too much, which I have not, because I never thought about that before. Like I rely on my hearing like so much, obviously. And I was like, oh man, what if that does fade? So I've been trying to be a little more
Ask dumb
protective.
questions just for the attention.
Do people ask dumb questions just for the attention?
Sarahcam7808 said, "LOL dank, I'll still text you to talk mess on the side,
Or
LOL."
are they just dumb? I feel like a lot of people are just dumb.
Dankfangle420 said 19 in Twitch is kinda crazy.
You know what's funny? Let's get that.
Willie Ant the hot dog said, "BTW guys, don't drink and drive, you will die, or don't use a flashbang, don't use grenades close to your face and body."
Yeah, all good advice. So I made Dank MF Angel the first mod outside of Brooks over on Twitch, and it was a very perfunctory position because nobody was there. Like literally, we would finish the show and I'd be like, "Hey, 2 people on Twitch." Thanks for that. And I think one of them was like my phone monitoring it. So getting 19 over there. Last night we peaked out at 24. If everybody on every platform all just went over to Twitch right now and followed, they keep telling me this. I get weekly meetings with them. They want this channel to succeed. There's reasons why. And the way that their algorithm works is if I get 100 concurrent, if I can get to 100 people watching at once, and I can maintain that for any period of time, that's when so we're slowly climbing. If you get to 100, the algorithm goes, holy crap, there's a lot of people that like this channel. And then if they stick around, if they watch like, a large portion of the show, that's when you go from having 670 followers to 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000. You got to hit that 100 mark. So I don't know. I almost came on my birthday. I had my birthday party here at the house, the pool party, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, I want to go on and like literally just sit there and beg people to follow me on Twitch at Pete Gustin. I was going to like get in the pool and be like, I'm just doing a stream or I'm trying to get Twitch followers. Banana's like, that's pathetic. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. That is pathetic. But I want to see if I can get there. I want to see if I can get to that number. And you guys can go over there and use all the fun emojis and interact and make all the sounds happen and stuff.
Your videos help me not be so afraid.
Well, that's
I'll
good
find
to
a
hear.
way grinning face emoji.
I hope you do. I'm
At Phantom Servo 1224 said hi.
Hi. I'm excited how many people have people literally like come up to me in the street and they like find a way. Like find a way isn't the most clever thing in the whole world. Like I don't know. It's just kind of how I've tacitly lived my entire life ever since I realized I was going to be losing my eyesight. Like I just decided like no, I'm not gonna get like kicked down, knocked back, told what I can't do. Like that's horseshit. I'm not going to listen to what other people expectations are of me. I'm going to make my own way. I'm going to find my own way. And I guess just saying it is one thing, and hopefully I've shown it. Hopefully I've shown people that it is possible, and it's nice to hear that people like your find a way message like made me do more, made me realize I could do more. Banana and I was telling you earlier that there's a bar. It's a cantina technically that we usually try and eat at because nobody really bothers us there, and it allows us to get out of the house and just be with who we want to be with. There's like a fancier Italian place in the village, and there's nothing you can do. You're just kind of like on the main street there. And so a lot of people come over and say hi, and it's great. We love that. I mean, we absolutely love it. Like the fact that, people are touched by the message. But there was a guy the other day, oh my God, he came over and he like broke down, started hugging me. He had broken his neck, and he was having a really hard time fighting his way back through the rehab. I guess it was extraordinarily painful. He had to learn to walk again and everything. And he said he came across my videos while he was in the hospital, and the videos are what gave him the inspiration to keep going. And even after he left, Banana and I both, we were just sitting there with our meal and drinks, and we were like, that was a lot. Like that was a lot. But a lot in a good way. Thank you for the follow. It's a YouTube follow. Those are also appreciated. So it's nice to know this message has gotten to so many people.
Thanks.
That's kind of cool. I'm still chugging away here on my Alani. I don't know how to say it. Whatever it is, it's some sort of energy drink made with the non-sugary sweetener. And I came into it on like, what was it, like Wednesday? I was like, I don't like these things. Now I'm on like my fourth one. I'm like, uh-oh, crap. I'm starting to develop a taste for these things. Let me put on the...
Wolfbjorn said the first one is how I've heard others say
says
it.
the first one is how I've heard others say it.
Oh, Alani? I don't even...
The participant says a lot of people on Twitch are just having the camera facing them while they go out to like football games and other events, clubs, so forth.
Well, maybe that's why the people from Twitch like what I'm doing, because I'm actually trying to do a show and build a community.
Says I want to be an art therapist after my visual impairment recovers.
One of my best friend's sisters got a degree in art therapy. It's a cool... Josh wanted to do that. My first surf coach, Josh... I think
says, where did your skateboard go?
Oh, it's just on the backside of the...
Kimbo14 says, I hear people call it a Lonnie.
Alani.
Hot Dog says, I want to know your favorite song and Movid.
What's a Movid? I want to Movid. I want to Movid. Thanks.
Maya Melodic says, hi, Pete. I love your videos, Pete.
I like when people tell me that, like, you fell off, bro. I'm like, yeah, man. I intentionally totally started doing something different. I was doing videos, I was doing shorts, and I was really, really hyper focused on that. And then I decided I had a conversation with everybody. I was going to quit social media at the end of 2025. I was done. I was going to wrap it up. And then I was like, you know what? I actually think I'm going to try and do something different. I've been putting a lot of energy and attention and focus on doing these lives. And I think they're super rewarding and super fun. So go ahead, say I fell off. What have you done? How many millions of followers did you ever get? It's okay to, take a step back and do something different. I'm more than happy.
Lola Tupples gifted a tier 1 subscription to William Hot Dog.
There you go, William Hot Dog. Thanks to Lola Tuppaz, you now have commercial-free access to to Pete Gustin on Twitch. Lola is awesome. Lola is the best, and everybody out there who has their free subscription because of her...
Tom_96 just subscribed with Prime.
Thank you, Tom_96. That's my favorite notification right there. It's me riding a banana outside, and that's what happens when you do a subscription yourself. You get to see me riding a banana, hearing the boner noise. Oh, I was yelling at someone for saying that I fell off. And they might even have been sarcastic, but I don't care. I like to yell at people that are being jerks or perceived to be jerks. Yeah, it's okay to take a step back and do something different and reinvent yourself. I actually feel bad for, and not in a like condescending, like I know a handful of people that do social media and they are stuck. They think they're stuck doing the same thing again and again and again, and it's because the algorithm likes the same thing. They like when you feed stuff that you're... Sorry, I'm drinking the energy drink here. It expects you to do the same thing, and there's these people who make their living off of social media, by selling themselves to whatever company is going to give them money to plug their product. And then they have to continually keep doing the same trope, the same thing again and again and again. And they're stuck. They can't change, because the moment you change, the algorithm's like, oh, what the hell? It's totally different. I don't like that. And it can sometimes take months for the algorithm to readjust and start finding the new audience for you. And sometimes it never does. And I don't know if you've noticed, but 7 days a week as I post videos, one day it's about voice acting. The next day it's about surfing. The next day it's about nothing in particular. And then there's one about being blind, and maybe another one about being blind. And then there's an unboxing. And I'm literally throwing different stuff at the algorithm every day. It's because I'm not playing the stupid algorithm game anymore. If I get 2 million views in a video, like I've got on the Blind Guy Unboxing featuring this guy right here, Jabba the Hutt, that one's got about 2 million views, then cool, that's great. But if I do a video where I'm talking about my career as a voice actor and it gets 50,000 views, I've decided in 2026, I don't give a crap. I mean, yeah, like in the back of my head, I'd love more people to see them, but I'm not going to get worked up about it. And it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect my income, doesn't affect my life one bit, how many people watch. But these things where I've decided to put my focus, doing the lives, talking to you guys and getting to interact and getting to press this button right
Willie
here.
out the hot dog said the Jabba hushed face emoji.
Jabba hush.
At the Republic of
I enjoy
said
this.
hi Pete waving hand emoji, unicorn emoji, mammoth emoji, kangaroo emoji, dodo emoji, eagle emoji, sauropod emoji, T-Rex
What's a
emoji, palm
sauropod?
tree emoji, deciduous tree emoji, evergreen
Deciduous
tree
tree.
emoji.
That's funny. It says deciduous tree emoji.
Kimbao14 said variety is nice.
Yeah. Mm.
At Lorian said what are those emojis?
That just got all read out loud. I think you heard exactly what they
Tam96
are.
said but you do the same thing every day and make videos about a cool guy.
I mean, that's the common thread. They're all about me.
Said 19 in Twitch going crazy.
All right, Twitch. Well, 19 is not crazy. We need to get.
said sauropod is a kind of dinosaur.
Okay, that's cool. I want it to go really
Willie
crazy.
the hot dog said sauropod is a kind of dino.
Oh, kind of dino, which is a dino. Let's get more than 19.
Talik05 said you have such a badass voice, dude. Been a fan for years. You're so freaking cool.
That's nice to hear. Thank you. You know, my voice wasn't anything like this when I was younger.
Jeff Sullivan Realty said watch your language.
What did I say?
Mia might be watching.
Hey. Oh, it's Jeff Sullivan. I know that guy. I went to high school with that guy.
Gandalf the Grey LOTR
What's up, Jeff?
said thanks for the motivation, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad to
I
hear
wouldn't
that.
be where I am and with the people I'm with today if it weren't for your help.
Hmm.
Metal is life. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.
Someone just quoted Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure me. That's pretty awesome.
At Baduzafo tip $20 through Super Chat.
What up,
How you been,
Baduzafo?
Surfer Boy?
Man, I've
keep
been
being that guy. Keep God smiling down on you.
Huge
I have
support.
been working on you, Snavy, with a better site for veterans, so I've been away.
All right,
Bless you, man.
It's a
Love
good
you
thing.
Lives.
Good thing to be working on. Like doing some work for the neighborhood. That's Badusafo. I think I'm saying it right. I forget. The Hawaiian god of surfing. Big supporter over on YouTube. When I was taking phone calls, we got to talk to him for a little bit. Appreciate your checking in. $3 or more on YouTube. We'll get the message read over there. Glad you could catch another one. I went out surfing this morning. And I'll finish my thought. I never finish my thoughts. I am like the most scattered sounding person. I mean, but you try and hold a conversation with 100 people at once, and then because everybody's always asking me question. I pop the thing up, and then I get a question, and then something else comes in. So
Jeff Sullivan Realty said looking good, Gustin.
Oh, that's Jeff Sullivan Realty. Okay, so my buddy.
And Anime Aleph said true.
My buddy.
I used to make digital art, but now I share my life on Instagram.
Jeff is now in real. I hope real estate is going well for you. I definitely do. I was yelling. Dank MF Angel holding down the fort over on Twitch was saying that it was going crazy and there's 19 people in there. And I said, let's make it go really crazy. Let's get it up to 30. Go grab your Twitch app and then do that. And then hit the follow.
Loltopause just cheered 200 bits. You are experiencing what we are experiencing with ad. We have so many questions we want to ask you, but it's all different topics and then we forget what we were talking about.
Exactly. It's I can never keep my the great thing, you know what I like about this? Well, there's a million things I like about this. I'm just having a good time. Like I'm having a good time hanging out with you guys. But the thing that I like about this, it's starting to get more popular. Right before I went live, I said I was going to go live at 5:30. I went earlier just in case there were any issues. Someone put a message on the YouTube horizontal one, and they're like, half an hour before the show, and there's 7 people sitting here waiting for them already. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I used to have to come into the show. If I was trying to fill an hour, I used to just do an hour, and I was doing it by myself, and I wasn't getting a lot of chatters. And I was like, oh man, what am I going to talk about for an hour? It was hard to come up with what the hell I could talk about for 60 minutes. But now I just press that little button, a little chat message comes up, or someone does 200 bits or more on Twitch or $3 or more on YouTube, and you say something, and then I get to interact. So it's making life a little bit easier that things starting to get popular. So thank you to all of you. Oh, and the person that 4 minutes ago said that my voice is awesome. Like, I always had a deep voice. Not always. I wasn't like, wah, wah. Petey won a bottle. Like, I didn't have like a baby deep voice, but like, I hit puberty and then my voice got deep, but I never really knew how to use it. It took me, and most people don't. Most people, and it's because we're all tense. Everybody's tense all the time. And because of that, most people speak from their chest and they're up here and it's a little tighter and it's a little harder to get that deep resonant sound. And then only can you get your voice to start to relax and get a little bit deeper once you start working from your diaphragm, which is way down here. So it took a long time for me to actually even perform from down there. It was a different way of speaking, a different way of using my voice, a different way of letting it settle in. And so it took a lot of time and a lot of practice because, learning how to use an instrument is one thing, and then actually playing it and being good with it is a completely different thing. And, don't be confused in any way. Your voice is an instrument. So it's taken me like decades to figure out how to use mine well. And I feel like I've finally gotten there. I feel like this thing is starting to sound pretty good. But in the beginning, it was high, it was tight, it was pinched, it was nasal, I had a bad accent. I mean, it took a long time for me to relax. And they say, the if you ever seen any stories of popular actors, they usually get their break or they start booking when they become confident. When you go into an audition and you're nervous and you don't think you're going to get it and you don't think you're good enough, you probably won't, because everybody can feel it. They can feel it just oozing off of you. But if you walk in there and you have the confidence that you're the best actor in the building and the best person they're going to hear, they can hear that as well. So it takes a lot. You have to combine a lot of things. You have to develop your skill. You actually have to be good at what you're doing. Then you have to be confident that you're good, which is a whole different thing. Even when I got to a point where I had like full control over my voice, like I felt like I had a lot of control, I still didn't have the confidence that I could beat out some of the other voice actors just because they were bigger and better and more popular and a bigger resume. I was always like, this role is probably going to go to that person. This role is definitely going to go to that person. And I remember my favorite voice acting coach, Maurice Tobias, she's like, you cannot do an audition thinking that someone else is going to get it, because they will. She's like, you absolutely have to go in there knowing that you're the best. And so most of my life, and Banana does a really good job of this, she tries to make sure that I have no ego, or I try and keep it in check. Finish that in a second.
At Baduzafo tip $10 through Super Chat.
Thanks, man.
Speaking of that website, I'd love to email you. We'll put my name in the subject. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
Veterans are being crapped on and they need help. Let me know, brother.
I will do what I can. Shoot me a note. blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. See what I can do. I was talking about voice acting. I know where I was. I want to pick up exactly where I was. Oh, so if you can go into the audition, as I was talking about my ego, like in life, you don't want to walk around with a big ego because that's just annoying for everybody. But the moment I step into that booth, it's right over there. It's about 15 feet that way. And I close the door. I put the earpiece in so I know what the script says. I know I am the best in the effing world at what I'm about to do. And that's the attitude you have to take if you're going to try and book voiceover jobs. But you also have to back it up. You have to have some degree of skill. You can't just be like, this is my first day voice acting and I'm the best. I mean, that's just misplaced confidence. So you actually have to be good at what you do, and you have to have the confidence about it. And then you can start to book some work.
Drumline. At Anime Aleph said I can do a Yoshi.
Yoshi, the little
Kimba14 said, oh, that's fun.
dinosaur from Mario. Every time I turn the chat off for a minute and I start talking about something else, I come back.
Shiny Wizard 8705 said world's still blurry, so it's still there.
And you guys are like tuned me out. You're like talking about your own thing.
Desmond said I saw the movie with Nick Cannon and that motivated me to learn drums.
I don't know what movie that would be. I'm about to finish this drink.
420 said thank y'all for being M.
Thank y'all for being in.
420 said thank y'all for being nice.
Oh, yes. Being nice is good. Oh, he said thank y'all for being in.
14 said of course it's a lot easier to be nice than to be mean.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty easy to be mean.
1753 said I'm sure just taking care of your voice was also a difficult thing to learn.
I feel like I've told that story. I don't want to tell that one again.
Internet Wanderer 2000 said I finally made your livey.
Hey, nice. Glad you can make it, Internet Wanderer. You wandered alone.
LOTR said you motivated me to play guitar despite not having many fingers.
Wow, that is.
But who needs stupid fingers anyway?
I got all my fingers and I suck at guitar, so good for you.
Fangle 420 said not worried about you, Kim.
I'm worried. No, I'm not.
Cherry Garcia 1312 said my cat, Frankenstein, has been watching you on TV for the last 10 minutes.
Cats and babies love my voice.
Cherry Garcia 1312 just redeemed SENDHIGHLIGHTEDMESSAGE.
Second chance light. I don't know what that thing's spelling, but I do appreciate your redeeming
Lala
stuff.
Twapas
That's
said,
pretty awesome.
Peter interrupting our conversation.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
She-ish LOLJK.
I think I'm behind on the chat again. Let me put, if I put up, you guys probably like this one better because when I put that one up,
2000 says I have indeed wandered finally lol.
Yeah, you wandered into a live.
Women 1116 says hello from Australia.
Wow, get a lot in Australia.
John says I play kalimba.
And New Zealand.
I mean ocarina too.
New Zealand.
At Anime Olive says make sure to hydrate on the job.
I was just drinking energy drinks.
4978 says at Badozafo wow. Thank you for supporting Pete's channel.
Yeah, man. He's super generous.
Ghostida1 just followed.
Ghostida is that's if you had a Boston accent, that sounded like Ghost Eater, which would be a ghost eater if you're not from Boston. That really sounded like Ghost Eater 1. Which is kind of a cool name, but I don't know what it actually was. Ghostida. That could be anything. Text-to-speech is difficult when it runs the damn things together. Like, I'm perfectly capable of understanding text-to-speech when there's spaces between the words, but all the usernames, is it Ghostida? 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 Like, I don't know. When it's all run together, that's kind of what makes it entertaining. I just drank a huge amount of energy drink, so I'm going to do a big loud burp, and I have to turn the microphone down. That was a good one. That was a good one right there. Feel a little better now. Got that out of my stomach. One thing I forgot about is every time I drink an energy drink, I have to take a huge leak. So, I don't know. At some point, I just might put the chat up and let you guys entertain yourselves for a second. Brooks always has to bolt in the middle of the show. Fun fact about this right here.
Ghostida1 said W Petey.
See, and that sounds like Petty.
Dankfangle 420 said is someone else.
It's funny.
Atalic05 asks, speaking of having confidence, I have an assessment on the 21st, autism assessment. Any advice?
I don't. I'm not in that.
At Wizard of Truth said, greetings from Germany.
Whoa, we're in Australia. We're in Germany. We're in
Cherry
Iran
Garcia
tonight.
1312 said, yeah, he is fascinated by the TV.
I love that Cherry Garcia, who I believe is new. You just got your first subscription from Lola tonight. I love the fact that you pop in for the first time and you're just like immediately part of the chat. Like that's kind of awesome. See, we got a good community going on here. I'm happy about it. Oh, so I was going to tell you about this. It's why can't I think of the word? It's not igloo. Yeti. God, I almost forgot what the hell it was. This is a Yeti, and the funny thing about it is. So it'll keep things cold or keep things hot. Everybody knows this, right? However, if you take a warm drink, like I just did, I took a warm Alani, whatever it is, the energy drink, and you pour it in there and then you put some ice, it only gets mildly colder because these things keep things at the temperature they're at. So if you take a warm or room temperature drink and you put it into a regular drinking glass, just a regular drinking glass, and then you put it in there with ice, the ice will automatically start to melt because it's in a warmer drink and the room itself is kind of warm, and then the cold is going to want the ice is going to want to start to reach equilibrium temperature, so it'll melt, and then you got the cold ice going into the drink and it will cool your drink. However, if you put ice into a Yeti, or if you have like an igloo one or something like that, or some sort of insulated bottle, the ice does not melt very fast at all because it's all trying to stay at the same temperature that it's at. And it's kind of funny. Like I've noticed when I put ice in like a regular drinking glass, there's much more liquid because the ice has completely melted. Whereas you put the ice in here, it never melts. And the drink only gets mildly colder.
Hello from beautiful British Columbia, Canada flag emoji.
That is Margarita Mitchell, I believe.
14 said, yep, it doesn't always read every message, but it reads a good chunk of them.
It reads the ones that I press the button on.
Darialarchy said, hello, Surferman.
Hello. Hello.
Atalic05 said, no worries.
No worries. No worry. Don't worry.
Liliant the hot dog said, I'm in Denmark and my family loves movies with your voices.
Well, that's kind of cool. Is there a lot of English-speaking movie trailers in Denmark?
At Slinden1753 said, a community that's going to send you that much stuff has to be decent.
What, the blind guy unboxing
Wolfbjorn
stuff?
said, yeah, the Yeti cups maintain temperature, to their drink's detriment at times.
Exactly. I mean, does the community send me a lot of stuff, or does Sarah... And now Lola is sending me stuff, and why am I having a brain fart? It's mostly like 3 people that send me stuff. In the beginning, I used to get like random stuff from random people all the time. But yeah, it's mostly, Matea. God, I was blanking on the name Matea.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. Pete can read the phone book and we will all come here and watch.
Aaron, Aaron. Start from the beginning. Remember the good old phone book? They don't have phone books anymore, do they? I don't think they do. I put this next to me because I was going to tell you about it like forever and a
Willie
day
Amp
ago.
the hot dog said it's all of our second language.
What text-to-speech is?
At Internet Wanderer 2000 asks, what's your favorite thing about surfing?
Freedom, independence, the joy of it. I went out this morning. Where the first spot that Nisha took me to, like I was sitting, I actually plunked down on the beach because I was trying to just sit there and listen to the waves, and there was like nothing. It was like usually at the beach you're like big, like the waves breaking and stuff, and there was like nothing out there at all.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. So I have been dying to know.
Yeah.
What do you do with all of the adult toys people were sending you?
I don't want to tell you. It's not anything bad, but like I don't know what to do with them. Like, what am I supposed to do with them? Like, it's a weird thing to give away. Like it
At Solberg Nostalgic tipped $4.99 through Super Chat.
Thanks, Solberg
Hey, I'm a
Nostalgia.
huge fan and I've been wanting to learn surfing, but my closest beach is 300 miles away. Any
Whoa.
tips to learn faster so I don't waste the drive? Red
Yeah.
heart emoji.
Drive 300 miles an hour. That's my best tip. 300 miles. Unfortunately, there's no good supplement for actually surfing. The closest that I've gotten, closest that I could give you, I'll tell you in a second.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. Build a wall with them lol or dedicate a room for it.
Yes.
Lol.
I will answer the adult question, what I do with those things, and I will answer what you can do to try and get better at surfing. Unfortunately, the best way to get good at surfing is just to like keep surfing, because it's such a different sensation. You can't replicate it. Like, it's just the ocean's tossing you. The board is very, very touchy. I tried to translate my skate. I would skated for decades before I started surfing, and in order to turn on a skateboard, you really, you push into it. You get the trucks to compress by pushing left or right on the board, and that's how you turn. But the moment you do that in a surfboard, you're digging the rail and you lose all your momentum, and then you fall off the board pretty hard. Surfing is being light on your feet, like literally just like floating up a wave and down it. The closest, the only thing that I could recommend to try and get some sort of semblance of surfing practice in is to grab a either handboard or carver board. They're made by handboards and carver boards, and they have these trucks on them that are supposed to replicate the feeling of carving and going like up a wave, down a wave, up a wave, down a wave. There's a bunch of videos of me riding them. I personally have a bunch of handboards, and there's even ones that are big enough that you can like practice your pop-ups on. But be very careful when you're doing that, because like any skateboard, they have grip tape on them. So me, like a fool, I was out there one night hanging out with some people, and I was like trying to do some pop-ups on a carver board. And then I went inside, and I think like either Banana or Josh, one of them was like, your knees are bleeding. I was like, oh my God, they are. They're totally bleeding. Because when you're like dragging your knees across grip tape, abrasion, blood, all that. But at least riding the thing gives you some sort of semblance and feeling of what it's like to be on a board. So hopefully that helps. But pick up one of those boards, a carver board or handboard. And yeah, to finish the thought of what Lola was talking about, like, yeah, unfortunately, and Banana and I always feel bad. A lot of the stuff that we get, so much of the stuff that we get, we don't just chuck it into landfill. Like, that's not good. Fortunately, she's a nanny and works with a lot of kids, a bunch of different ages. And a lot of them, like if it's a kid's toy that someone's mailed me, like those go to the kids. A lot of the food, Nisha does a lot of work with the unhoused. Is that what they're called these days? So they'll get a lot of the food, and I feel mildly like I can't donate it to a shelter, like, because obviously I try the food and they won't take an open bag. I can't walk in there with like a open bag of food and be like, here, I didn't eat most of this. But she can. She works directly with and supports and helps out some unhoused people here in the San Diego area. So I try and give her a bunch of the food, and she'll distribute that. But yeah, the adult things, like I don't know what the hell to do with them, and I feel bad like just filling up a landfill. So we've got a bunch of them.
He told me, but I must have missed something, and it's not the same as on his channel about.
Oh, now I don't know what that was. I could have answered it again, but now I don't know what it was. This thing came from Matea, And someone asked me
At Baker the Dog said, hi, how do you?
what up, how do you? How do
At
I
Morgan
what?
Powell 991 said, Morgan from South Africa here, love your unbox vids.
Hey,
Impacking got kicked out, need to move tomorrow, just listening to y'all in the background.
That sounds...
Gone go hang 10 at the waves later.
Getting kicked out sounds not fun or
Sunrose
awesome.
8 asks, I know you like some occasional pew-pew, but have you done any archery?
No, I just answered that the other night. Hold on, I'm going to forget the South African person. I don't know. I don't think I am anymore, but for like 8 or 9 years, I was the voice of Ackermans. It's like the biggest department store chain in South Africa, and that is confusing to people here in America, but they also control the largest radio station group because all of their department stores, it was the Padima Breakfast, but it's literally like the biggest radio station group is a department store in South Africa. Hope I can keep you company while you're pounding. Oh, there's a super chat. Super.
At Mate Jab Brown 3983 tip $19.99 through Super Chat.
Thanks, Matei.
Hi, Pete.
Hi.
Jabba. Just got here.
Yeah, funny timing. So Matei is the one that sent me this thing. And this is, I wonder if when I grab this, so Lola asked me, like, what do I do with what I thought this thing was the first time? Like, what do I do with all of them? And I was admitting that, unfortunately, they are in a box in the house. But that's what I thought what this thing was at first. But then, you know, and people are like, well, how can you know? Like, how do you know what this is? So many people. That's the other frustrating thing. The person that said before, like, you've fallen off, bro. Like, the mildly annoying thing about when my videos go viral, that means more people are exposed to me for the first time, which means more people think I'm faking because that's people's first instinct, which is, Brooks and I were talking about this before. Like, is there a rash? Is there a pandemic or an epidemic of people faking being blind in order to get popular on social media? Because I've actually never heard of it. Like, it's crazy to me that I get accused of that because I don't know anybody that does it. The more people that watch my videos for the first time, the more people are like, this guy's obviously faking. And then the people are like, how could you possibly know what Jabba the Hutt is? A lot of the times it's contextual, right? Like, I can feel it, and if it was completely out of the blue, if someone had sent me Jar Jar Binks, I probably would have no idea. Like, the first thing I figured out, and Mateo, like, it was amazing that you sent me, like, this one's big, this is heavy, this thing's like got to be at least 5 pounds. And I guess it's a stretch Armstrong thing, like I can stretch the tail. I've been afraid to like stretch it too much, but I guess you can stretch it pretty far and it'll get back to its original shape. Now it's starting to feel really weird. But yeah, as I was feeling this thing, first I felt like it was like a weird, like, toy. But then I realized there were hands. Check this out in a sec.
At Baduzafo tip $20 through Super Chat.
Yo,
hey, Pete, what was that email address again? I must have missed it. You said it pretty quick.
Oh,
thanks again, buddy.
Sorry, I thought you had it, and I was just repeating it. My apologies. Anybody wants to get into... So you can email me at blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. And there's another email address. Like, that's the one I'm okay giving out. You know, when you say an email address publicly, like I'm doing right here, that it's going to get kind of blown up. But there's other email addresses that can get to me if you go to my Linktree. So linktree.com/Pete Gustin. That's where my address is, the mailing address for the Blind Guy Unboxing. There's other ways to contact me there. And also, there's a link to the Blind Penguin website. I think I sold like 2 or 3 boxes at the beginning of this. Me and Petey are here tonight, and you guys can grab I haven't run the ad. All right, I'm going to run my 11-second ad. I'm allowed to run my own ad on my own channel because it's my product. Here it is.
The Blind Surfer Show is brought to you by Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap. Order a mystery box, pump the nozzle, and see if you can determine the scent just by smell. When you're ready to know for sure, peel to reveal. Order today at blindpenguin.com.
Do it right now. Go and follow, or go to blindpenguin.com and get your Blind Penguin soap because it's awesome. It's fun. Talk to anybody in the chat who's gotten theirs. Either everybody's kissing my ass or it's actually fun. And I can tell you from experience, if I make a bad video or if I made a bad product, I'm sure people would be like, you suck, because people love their negative opinions. And fortunately, all I've gotten is nothing but good feedback about this stuff so far. So if you want to grab some, go to blindpenguin.com. I think I'm almost out of box 2, and we can't have any more made until, of course, Banana returns from her vacation. But we have a bunch of 1 and even more of box 3. And people ask me, like, what's your favorite? I'm like, I like them all. I distributed my favorites throughout all the boxes. So, I picked it. I decided which one goes in which, and I do like them all. So this thing, as I was starting to feel it, like, first I realized these are hands, obviously. And then this, this part being hard plastic made it mildly unlikely that it was what I thought it was here. But then contextually, like I said, if someone sent me Jar Jar Binks or Chewbacca or something like that, I probably would not have figured out what it was. But I had just recently, like a month or two earlier, played Jabba the Hutt. Boduza. Now I got Badusa. I got Baduza for his name in my head. Yeah, Boshuda Flunkayani was the line I had in the thing. And so then I was able to, contextually realize, like, oh, it's probably Jabba the Hutt. And so that's how I was able to figure out what that was. That toy is awesome, Matea. Thank you for that thing. That session that I did, there was not a lot of lines. As Jabba the Hutt, but more of the session.
At Anime Aleph asks, is there a blind penguin plush?
I've got the only one, and if you're in vertical, I can show them to you. If you're in horizontal, you've been staring at them the whole night. I made that one that's on the camera on the screen right now.
At Deadman408 asks, hate to repeat myself, sorry. I'm trying to get into voice acting and love all your vids on it.
Cool.
How did you get into it and where did you learn?
Okay. Because it's such a long, I'd have to do I did do. So what I did is I sat down and I blurted out everything I knew about voice acting. And it took me months. So what I dedicated time every day. I sat down and I recorded 38 hours of me talking about how to get into voice acting, everything you need to do, everything. And then I had it cut up and it's all posted at voiceuniversity.com because I literally can't, it's such a complicated, long, involved, it's a very difficult field to get into. There's a lot to know. And so they cut it up into, they cut it down to like 3 or 4 hours. It's a bunch of video courses you can take at voiceuniversity.com. So that is answered in the most complete possible way I could at voiceuniversity.com. And no, I have not made up other versions of Petey the Penguin. I just made this one. This is 28 inches tall. Petey, of course, being over there. And it's the only one because that one cost me $300 as the prototype to make, making something as a one-off. And I did talk to the company. Now that they've made it and they know the colors and everything, they're like, we can make more. But I still think they'd charge me like $40 or $50 to make a 12-inch version. And I just don't know if people are going to want a 12-inch mascot of my frothing hand soap company. So I have not invested in that just yet. I think my tripod is finally getting here. I ordered that thing.
At SMG4 Characters Plus said, what's your favorite car?
Someone just asked that the other day, too.
Cherry Garcia 1312 said, that's cool AF.
What, the Penguin? SMG4 Characters.
At Howling Commando said, hey there, my good Pete, have you ever listened to Theater of the Mind audiobooks?
Is that
them out?
What is that?
They do 3D audiobooks with multiple people and sound effects.
I have not.
Jenny just cheered 200 bits. Ha ha ha, thank you for your time since we cannot buy your soap because we are in Canada.
All right, I'll try and figure out how to get it to Canada. I never finished explaining this before, and that's ABC Jenny who actually emailed me today. She's like, "When are you going to do the show?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I didn't know. I've not had a schedule. It was kind of cute. She emailed me. She's like, "When are you doing your show today?" Was she saying like, "Thank you for your time"? Like I'm leaving, like I'm out of here because I can't buy it. I feel like that's kind of what that was. She's like, "I'm out of here." But I was literally in the pool. I was hanging out with Nisha when she messaged me and she's like, "When are you going to do this?" And mostly today I was just trying to chill and relax. So Banana wanted me to make the shipping reasonable. So it's actually if the shipping on the soap is $6.99 flat rate. However, anybody east of Kansas, it actually cost me anywhere from $7 to $10. So I'm taking a bit of a hit there. And I cannot figure out for the life of me how to make it flat rate and then also charge people. Sending it to Canada, it was going to be like $17 to send it up to Canada. And I was like, well, I don't want to take that much of a hit. So I'll have to figure out if I can charge a different rate for people out of the country. I'll see if I can figure it out. I've been out of my mind busy with work lately, but I'll see if I can figure out how to get the Blind Penguin Frothing Hand Soap up to Canada.
Before, but had to join from that title.
Oh,
Face with tears of joy emoji.
I wonder what title I did that was good. Now I want to know.
Annamarie4616 said, hope you are doing well, Pete.
I'm doing amazeballs.
Abchenny said we would pay that.
All right, I'll try and figure it out. I just need to, it's complicated.
At Major Brown 3983 said,
Mateo.
how was your surf session this morning?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just a matter of ABC Jenny. It's just a matter of figuring out how to make that page. So once again, Brooks built my website. I think people underestimate like how much I do myself, and I'm doing it through text to speech. Brooks, we were sitting at dinner the other night, and Brooks is like, I don't think people understand how much you do yourself. It's almost everything. Everything that you see and hear for all the brands that I do, everything, the voice acting, the social media, I do it all almost exclusively by myself. Brooks built the main website because that's what he does for a living. But the back end stuff, trying to make Shopify work, trying to get the shipping, the flat rate, and the boxes and the quantities, and I had to file for tax forms and get an EIN. Like, I do that all. There's no team. People are like, oh, that's his team. There's no team. Banana has a job. She's a nanny, and Brooks has a job. And Josh and Danny and Nisha, she's a manager of a cookie company. Like, everybody has jobs, and this is my thing. So when people ask me to do stuff, like, I'm literally just figuring it out by myself, and I'm doing it using text to speech, and so everything takes a little while. Mateo is asking how the surf was this morning. So I was saying, we went to our first spot. If you go like directly that way, that is the spot I normally go to, and it was dead. It was like flat, like there was nothing out there whatsoever. And I actually sat down on the beach. I'm like, lame, there's nothing going on. She's like, get up, come on, let's go. So we went to a spot called Buccaneers Beach, which I had never surfed at before. And the sucky part about it was you had to walk down a bunch of like rocks, like fist-sized rocks. And I'm like, ow, 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 ow. On the way down, it was killing me. And I asked her, I'm like, why are you not like in as much pain as I am? She's like, well, I can see the rocks. I can see which ones I'm stepping on. And I was like, oh, that's a fair point. You get a little bit of an advantage there. Oh, should I do that? I feel like I'd confuse people. But when we finally got out there, I was just, I'll tell you what I was about to do.
Lola Topors just cheered 200 bits.
Thank you, Lola.
Pete was cosplaying as Petey Penguin.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fun. I want to dress up as Petey Penguin for Halloween now. That'd be super fun. But man, it cost me $300 to get the plushie made. How much would it cost to get me like a full actual like costume? That'd be very expensive. But we got out there, the waves are pretty small. And when there's small waves out there, you don't have to put like a lot of deep knee bend into it. You just kind of get in the wave and you ride it. Like, I was taking it pretty chill. I was like, all right, catch a wave, cool. And then out of nowhere, this real wave comes. And so I get up and the bottom just starts to drop out, which is what happens on most waves normally. And you're usually ready for it. And you got a deep knee bend and then you turn left or right, whichever way you go. And I was totally not ready because I'd had like 5 waves in a row that were like super duper lame. And then this one just comes and the bottom drops. And I go, ah, and I hear Nisha right before I hit the water. She goes, ah, like she's about to start laughing. And I come up and she's like, you did some good arm windmilling there. Like my arms are just like flying around because I was totally in the process of wiping out, but I had fun out there. All right. I'm not leaving. Don't freak out. I mean, I'm not leaving for good. I'm not ending the show, but I chugged that energy drink, or I finished the energy drink, and now I've got to take a leak. So you guys keep yourself entertained in the chat. I'm not leaving. And I'm going to play the surf session that I started the show with because, you guys, no one's here for the first 60 or two minutes of the show. So I'm going to put this up. I'm going to let you watch my surf session, and I'll try and be back before the end of it. As I go take a leak and get rid of this energy drink that's inside me. If I'm not, don't worry, I will be back. Oh my God. It's like, that was like perfect, wasn't it? I feel like I timed that out perfectly. That's pretty good timing. It's like I did that on purpose or something. Hold on, what did I just sit on? I feel like, oh no, did I just sit on my music thing? Oh, there's the music. And then I sat on my phone. I felt that vibrating under my butt. Whoa.
At SMG4 Characters Plus said I'm okay I guess. I'm just mad I haven't seen a cool car yet while I'm spotting.
Oh, someone was asking me what my favorite car was. I don't know.
Abchenny said wow that was quick.
I mean, you know, trying to.
At Anime Aleph said Emperor Blind Penguin.
No, he's not an Emperor Penguin. He is.
Abchenny said I am amazing.
He is a rockhopper penguin.
Asks, did you check your fly?
I did on the way as I was walking back in here.
Sunrose 8 said, is your shoulder all better now?
No, my shoulder's an
awesome
effing mess.
Session.
Thank you. It's
at Major Brown 3983 said it's a rockhopper penguin.
Totally. I'm gonna post a video on.
At Internet Wanderer 2000 asks, I just got a 76 Corvette. What car are you looking for?
76 Corvette. I wonder what that one. My mom used to like have Corvettes all the time. She used to like not collect them, but I think she had a 76. I remember the 84. She had that one when I was a little kid. Used to drive around with that one. Yeah. So he's a Petey the Penguin over there, or if you're in vertical over there, is a rockhopper penguin. And I'm going to post a video. I was trying not to. If I post a short about the blind penguin frothing hand soap, then it's going to get out to a ton of people, and we're going to sell out immediately. And I've only got a handful of boxes left, so I've been holding off on posting more shorts. But you guys, smaller crowd, if you want to grab a box, you can grab it tonight at blindpenguin.com. But on Wednesday, I think I'm going to post a video where I explain, yeah, my shoulder's not good, to be honest with you, where Banana and I explain why we came up with she basically came up with the rockhopper penguin. So yeah, I rehab my shoulder all week. You guys did a workout with me on Thursday. And then I just blow it out on the weekends. I'm in kind of this circle or cycle right now where I can't get the thing to heal. And I tried. I took 6 straight weeks off from surfing, which was driving me kind of nuts. And then I tried to get back in. I was like, all right, feels good. I don't feel any pain. There's no problems. And then I got back in the water, and that evening I was like, oh my God, it's right back to where I started. So there is some structural damage that is done to my right shoulder, and I feel like for the rest of my life, I will be continually rehabbing it and then wrecking it while surfing. And I did. I saw a specialist. I saw an upper arm extremity specialist, and that's basically what he told me.
At Baduzafo tipped $10 through Super
Thanks,
Chat.
man.
I sent it to the Blind Surfer Show. You are the sort of inspiration a lot of these veterans need to see. As the SEALs say, the only hard day was yesterday. You're the man, Pete.
I like that. I'll have to check that email out when I get out of here, and then I go eat the. Thank you for the super chats over there. I appreciate that. It is still hot as balls up here. I think I did get your email. Let me see if I got something a second ago. That's the. Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know if you want me to give your name up, but yeah, I just got your email on blindsurfershow@yahoo.com. I'm gonna yell at my computer for a second and figure out what the temperature is up here. It feels like it's 100 degrees. Computer, what's the temperature upstairs? Jesus, it's 77. Computer, set volume to 8. Computer, what is upstairs set to?
Upstairs is set to cool at 75 degrees.
God. Computer, set upstairs to 74.
I've set the upstairs to 74 degrees.
And that's measuring the temperature from another room in the front of the house where there is not lights and a million pieces of electrical equipment. So if it's 77 in the front room, it's got to be closer to like 81, 82 in here. And I got too many clothes on for it to be 81 or 82. And then the lights in front of me too. Like it's a lot. I could turn them off. I'm afraid if I turn these things off, they might not come back on because they were giving me some issues. But I have this control. I can go. Did it work? Oh no, they don't even work. Yeah. All right. Well, good to know. So the lights are not. I have no control of lights. Some stuff in here does start to crap out when it gets too hot. I've got a special fan. I've got a fan dedicated to the camera that you're looking at right now, because if that thing overheats, it's just going to shut off. Damn
Uneducated underscore TBH just followed.
Uneducated, to be honest. Thank you for the follow over on Twitch. You know, I beg for those as often as I can without sounding too pathetic, but I appreciate it. On Twitch, I am at Pete Gustin. Give me a follow. Your username will get read. I will either understand it or I won't, and you'll get to see Steve's head up on the screen, and then I will say, thank you, I love you, because I appreciate all the follows over there. I keep getting nervous. Like, obviously, I've had the audio crap out. Oh, I bet you that person is getting a subscription.
Lola Tupors gifted a tier 1 subscription to uneducated underscore TBH.
Look at that. You just come in here, all you have to do is follow, and then Lola just gives you a free gift. Like, I really couldn't ask for a better supporter than what Lola's been doing over on Twitch. She says that the number gets read out loud. She was at like, what, 370 subscriptions handed out, which... not cheap, not even a little bit. She handed out a ton of subscriptions, and so people get to be a part of this community, and she supports me, and I'm extremely grateful. But yeah, I've had the audio go out a couple times.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. Lola Tupors gifted a tier 1 sub to uneducated underscore TBH. They've given 479 gift subs in the channel.
Holy crap, you're up to 479? 479 times, is it either 5 or 6? You're talking like 23. It's a lot.
Inks just followed.
Thanks, Inks. Text-to-speech had a little trouble with that word, didn't it? It was like Inks. You're talking upwards of $2,500, I think, that she has. And it's... nice.
WJZ1231 just followed.
Did it say Z? Is it because my voice is British? Did he see a Z? He said WJZ. I think because he's British, he's calling the Z the Z, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, God, Lola could not be more supportive at all.
Lola Tupors gifted a tier 1 subscription to WJZ1231.
It did say Z, WJZ.
Jastas just followed.
Thanks, Jastas. I appreciate the follow. Look at that. We got some action going on over there. I don't know if Dank MF Angel is still holding down the fort. And Lola, you'll have to tell me. I can't tell if they were joking last night, if you wanted to be a mod or if you don't want to be a mod. Like, some people... it's weird that on YouTube people hit me up. They're like, "I want to be a mod. I want to be a mod." I'm like, "Why? Like, why do you want the responsibility to be a mod?" But Lola, you have like, you could co-host this damn thing with me if you wanted to. you've been that supportive, and I appreciate it a lot. So anything you want, you just hit me up and let me know. And so yeah, all the people out there getting the free subscriptions from her, say thank you. Say thank you, Lola Tupors. I appreciate it. I mean, you don't have to do it with my voice. You can do it with your voice. Although my voice is pretty cool. What was I going to talk about before I took a leak? I don't know. My brain's kind of all over the place. And I think did my text lady finally die? The one that I like? I know that this one should be running. I haven't put that one out there a lot tonight.
14 says lol.
Yeah, I knew it.
Walfet Jorn says thank you. Haha.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits.
Yep.
I prefer not to be a mod. I can't be relied on to being here since you go live during my dinner time. I was just having a weird week this week where I was able to join.
Oh, man,
but I can step in when I am here and needed.
Did that work out? You having a weird week coincided with me having a weird week. So I feel like because I was experimenting I almost lost my microphone entirely with doing different times, trying to go live at different times. I've only ever been able to do Tuesday and Wednesday, but I think when Banana gets back from her trip and I tell her like, hey, this thing's going well, she might be supportive of me doing more than 2 days a week. So we'll see. I mean, so I did what does my shirt say? I forget what the hell it says. Something about being unsupervised. Like, I can't remember what my shirt says. Something about like, it's not my fault I was left unsupervised. I don't know. I can't think when I'm doing the show for some reason. It's like, have you ever been listening to a song and then someone tries to get you to like think of the lyrics to another song? I like literally can't do it. My brain cannot do both of those at the same time. And right now I'm thinking about 3 things at once. And one of them is the fact.
Lola Tupors just cheered 200 bits. In my defense, I was left unsupervised.
In my defense, I was left unsupervised. That's what it says. Which is perfect for me this week because I've been completely unsupervised And I've managed to feed myself, and I take showers, and I went surfing, and I've managed to put on a show every day of the week. So far, I've done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and this is Saturday. And I'm going to try. So tomorrow is the World Cup final, Argentina, Spain, which, by the way, is the first time that two countries that speak the same language are going to be facing each other in the World Cup final since, can you imagine how long it's been since then? Since the year 1930. So it's been 96 years since two teams that speak the same language are playing in the final. That's kind of crazy. But I think that happens tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I don't want to go up against the World Cup. I need to check that. I do with my phone. If I can find out the time. What time is the World Cup final tomorrow?
Spain meets Argentina in the finals of the FIFA World Cup tomorrow at noon.
I was right. So noon here, 3 p.m. on the East Coast. I don't feel like I should be doing a show at the same time that the World Cup final is on, because I feel like everybody's going to be glued to their TVs and watching that. So I don't know, depending on how I feel tomorrow. Maybe I'll wake up and be like, I'm tired, I need to sleep. Or maybe I will, oh man, this microphone cord is
Alice
cut.
says LOL, you got all the TTS like Infinity Stones LMAO.
Totally, but this microphone cord is cut, like straight up cut. I'm surprised that microphone works. My hype train / voiceover microphone is like got a slice right through it.
Lalatwipa says I will be here if you go live at noon. My partner will be watching the World Cup lol.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'll either I might wake up in the morning and decide I want to go right back on and go live.
Says if you have the time, you should do a show. We don't really care about sports ball in this house.
But there's so many people that do. Like I feel like I'm not a big
Shaster
soccer
says
guy.
Boo sports lol.
All right, boo sports.
Wolfhead Jorn says I'll be here whenever. Honestly, I don't do sports.
But that's good. That's good that you guys will be here. I feel like going when you.
Jenny says I don't watch sports ball.
Wow, that's a lot of people that are not into sports all of a sudden.
Kimbo14 says I'll try to be here. I only care about archery lol.
I've heard. It's funny, like sports is life in Boston.
Says those rock hopper penguins are found in Argentina. Have seen them. They are very cute.
No way, they're in Argentina? They live in like remote cold areas. I didn't know Argentina got that cold.
Says I only care about swimming, fam, and surfing.
Swimming, fam, and surfing. Yeah, those are good things to be into. Nisha, my coach, is she was a state champion swimmer in Utah. She's an extraordinarily good swimmer, very powerful swimmer, and that's why I always feel safe out there in the water. She's like, I'll get you if something happens. I was talking about sports. Oh, in Boston, like literally just people, you just say the word like sports, and then people will talk about sports endlessly. And it was funny when we moved out here. I remember Banana took me to go get my hair cut, and I was getting like one of my first haircuts in the town next to ours, which is, it is what it is. We were there, and I was getting my hair cut, and something about like a commercial of mine came up, like on the TV, like the TV was on, and Banana's like, yeah, that's one of your commercials. And the guy cutting my hair, the stylist, was like, what? And I was like, oh, I'm the voice of the Padres. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, it's the Major League Baseball team here in San Diego. And he goes, I'll never forget this. It's like 10 years ago we moved here. He goes, oh, I'm not into organized sports. And I was like, what? You would never in a million years hear somebody in Boston utter the words, I'm not into organized sports. Because literally, it's all anybody does. You know, you're freezing your ass off for most of the year, or you're sweating your balls off because it's hot in the summer, and everybody's miserable and grumpy all the time and swearing at each other, and the traffic is terrible. And so everybody commiserates over sports. And for 20 years, the Patriots were absolutely amazing. So you walk into a party or a bar or a restaurant, and if you want to talk to people, you just say sports. I got someone asking if I want to hang tonight. Hold on. What time is it now? It's 6:48. Hold on. I got to respond to her. It's someone asking if I entered my.
At la_may_y_query_CISA tip $3 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
We need a life-size to Pete-sized blind penguin.
A life-size one? That'd be kind of funny. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate it. I mean, this one, 28 inches tall, it cost me $300. A life-size one would be a lot. I'm doing my live show right now, period. You guys can totally tune in if you'd like, period. I'll let you know when I get off, but don't make your plans around me.
Lolatopause just cheered 200 bits. That's funny you say that. I spent the first 31 years of my life in New Jersey, where everyone represented their favorite team that wasn't the local teams. When I moved to the Seattle area, everyone is strictly Seattle sports ball teams.
Well, that's what it was like for me. You know, when I was younger, before the Patriots got amazing, basically everybody, like, you couldn't even watch the Patriots. And I don't mean like figuratively, I mean literally. There used to be a rule in the NFL that if your team didn't sell out its home stadium, this is football, National Football League, and I think it was like before, I forget what year it changed, like 97 or something. If your stadium, your home stadium, didn't sell out all the tickets, then they wouldn't broadcast the game to your local area. And so the Patriots used to be so bad in the early 90s and 80s that they never sold out the stadium, so no one in Boston ever got to watch the games. Um, so literally everybody in Boston, what they would do is put on like the Giants games. So this older generation, people older than me, were all these fans of the Giants. I was like, why would you like the New York team if you're from Boston? And they explained to me, like, Patriots were so bad that we literally couldn't watch them. So back then, everybody was wearing, you know, there were a lot of people that were fans of like the Dallas Cowboys because of Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. They were amazing. Brett Favre, people were wearing like jerseys from the Packers or like I said, New York Giants. But in, you know, after Drew Bledsoe and then Tom Brady, everybody became such a huge Patriots fan. If you just showed up in Boston the year, like between 2001 and 2020, basically, you'd think you were like in a military school where everybody wears uniforms because everybody was wearing Patriots gear all the time, like nonstop. The robot lady that I like, she only lasts like an hour and a half, and then she gets tired, and then I have to switch over to this one, which usually lasts a little bit longer. Except every time I switch over to it, she's lazy. She takes like 2 minutes.
Animation 66 says I like Pittsburgh Steelers.
At MakeJabBrown3983 tip $4.99
Thanks,
through Super Chat. Off to go run trivia night. I will catch the rest on replay.
Oh, you run trivia night? I don't do
Says Tom
trivia.
Brady, early 2000s
Trivia, it's
Patriots was
annoying.
the
Like, I
only
know a
sports
lot of
ball that
random
I
stuff.
was.
I feel like I'm generally pretty good at trivia. But trivia night, the handful of ones that I've done, every time I go, they're like, these are characters from 4 popular shows. What shows are they in? I was like, ow. They're all. I feel like they're always handing out these things where you like have to see the thing. Or like, here's a map, fill in the names of the countries. I'm like, yeah, that stinks. I can't do any of that. So I always decline trivia night because I feel like I
Anime
can't.
Olive says my dad loves the Padres BC. He's from San Diego.
Oh, well, I do all their commercials, all their promos. You can hear me at the ballpark. I do all sorts of stuff for the Padres. That was funny, the way the text-to-speech said that. It said
At 6
Padres.
cents Amelia says Kia ora. Good evening from New Zealand at Blind Surfer and Chat Community.
What's up?
At
Welcome.
Matea Y Curry Sissa says no anime I am too, but my team lost. They were cheated by Mexico. I'm an Ecuadorian fan.
Oh.
At DL1602 says good morning. It's almost 5 a.m. here.
Holy cow. That is quite the time difference. What time is it now? I don't even know what time it is. I don't remember what time I started. I think I started like 5 or 5:30. It is 6:52. I don't know what time I should go to tonight. I don't know what kind of action we got going on. I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how many people are viewing. I've tried to ask my robot voice.
At Anime Olive says curse cheaters.
Cheaters. I've tried to ask the robot voice if it can like see there's a screen right in front of me that is telling me all the information. It's got
Lalatwipa says I have to go eat dinner.
Oh, all right. Dinner's. I'm gonna.
At
You know.
Kinder Dev 1 says what's your favorite food?
You guys know what I'm gonna have for dinner? The Chinese food that I ordered last
Kimbo
night.
14
Definitely
says
gonna have
see ya, Lola.
leftovers. Bye, Lola.
Husband says Jenny says 18 on Twitch.
Oh, that's I mean, that's pretty solid. It's just it blows my mind that I was literally at like 2 on Twitch from forever ago. Or no, I was 2 on Twitch from like a month ago. So that's quite the improvement to get up to 18.
Lalatwipa says adios.
Adios, sayonara.
Sunrose 8 says
Happy
Argentinian here.
trails
Very excited for the game
to
tomorrow.
you
At 6
until
cents Amelia says
we
46
meet
viewers.
again. I wonder what platform you're on. 46 is probably on YouTube Shorts, if I had to guess. Because I'm on many, many different platforms. I'm on YouTube horizontal, YouTube vertical. I'm on Twitch. I am on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. So, yeah, you can catch this thing all over the place. Oh, this has been sitting next to me all night because I was going to tell you guys. So I was in my voiceover booth the other day. What the heck was
Sunrose
it?
8 says
Friday?
19 in Twitch.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. Thanks, all the Twitch people.
At Kinder Dev 1 says what's your favorite movie?
I
Figlin
don't
Husband
know.
says you should all come to Twitch. It's way
Yeah.
better.
I mean, I feel like the experience over there is. I mean, I'm not pushing it just because for my health.
At
Like,
DL1602 says I'm in a country that might enter a war again for the who knows how many times in the last 3 years.
that's not good. I don't like hearing that. Yeah, if the experience over on Twitch is pretty
At
awesome
the
in
Racking
terms of
2011 says hi.
See,
I
there you go.
underscore V underscore
Kimbo14
Z
says the
just
Twitch is pretty
followed.
cool, y'all.
I underscore V underscore Z just followed. I think, right? Yeah. I even got the notification on my phone for that one. Every once in a while, when someone follows me, I get an email and their name gets up on the screen and it says it out loud. Every time it says it out loud and the name goes up, and I don't understand why I get emailed every once in a while. It's kind of funny, especially like if it's in like the middle of my workday and I'm not even streaming. All of a sudden, my phone will like give me a notification, be like, "Someone just followed you on Twitch." I was like, "Oh, all right, that's kind of cool." So is that enough shilling for Twitch? Me trying to get people over to @PeteGustin? I guess so for now. This stuff that I've had in my hand for like over an hour. I was in nice.
The underscore real underscore ghost underscore face just followed.
Ah, the real Ghostface. Is that a take on Wu-Tang Clan, Ghostface Killer? Banana has a famous story, or one of her classic stories, that she was driving in Boston and someone in a Escalade cut her off and she rolled down her window and started like yelling at the Escalade because I don't know if you guys ever noticed. I think it's an Escalade. She can be a little bit fiery from time to time. She did not like getting cut off. And someone rolled down the window from the back seat. And when the window rolled down, it was Ghostface Killer. little tiny 100-pound banana was sitting there yelling at Ghostface Killer like, "Don't cut me off, you a-hole." Which he was fine about it. He wasn't driving. I guess he didn't get too mad. So that's the real Ghostface that's now following me on Twitch. Appreciate that. I'll get to the story one of these days, I swear. I'm in the booth Friday doing voiceovers right over there. What was I reading for at the time? I don't know. I can't remember what I was doing at that exact moment, but I was reading some copy and all of a sudden something hit me in the head. I was like, what the hell was that? Like, when I'm in a booth by myself, you're not expecting to get hit in the noggin with anything. And so I have to feel around. It messes up my read, of course. I stop dead and I'm like feeling around and I find like some foam on the ground. I'm like, oh, I know it. It's been so hot in here that the soundproofing foam that I've got in my booth lost its cohesion, its adhesiveness to the ceiling, and fell off the ceiling and then landed on top of me. And then it changed the acoustics of the room. Like, I have that stuff in there. It's not in there for my health. Like, I need that stuff for the room to sound good. So I couldn't just leave that piece off the ceiling for the whole day. So I grabbed this bottle. I had my AI confirm what the heck that I was holding. It's adhesive for acoustic foam, specifically for that. And I'm trying to show you the whole thing because I don't know where the front is, but I went in there and I sprayed it up to the ceiling and I put a buttload of it on there because I didn't want it to fall back down again, especially in the heat. And so I put all that adhesive foam up there, or all that foam back up there with all that glue. And literally the rest of the day, I'm like, wow, like just a lot of glue in this room. Like Friday was an interesting day. It was hot up here. There was a lot of glue scents. I had a very interesting day on Friday, but I got to remember to put that stuff away. It's funny to me.
14 says the Craggle. Lol.
What's the Craggle that they
Bad
make?
Juju 1 says I assume, but it is constant cuz that's hard to listen to.
What up, Bad Juju? What's hard to listen to? Text to speech all the time, constantly. It's in my ear all day, every day. I definitely know that feeling. I mean, I feel like Banana and I both, if I got my eyesight back, like her favorite thing would be like, you don't have to listen to text to speech
42
anymore.
says I had to be a godsend for blind. Kimbo 14 says Lego movie reference.
Oh, okay. I've never seen any of the Lego movies. I feel like those, even if they had audio description on them, I don't feel like it would be that exciting for me.
Shaster says all day, every day the text to speech goes.
Yeah, I'm with you. All day, every day. Listen to my emails, my texts, and my scripts, everything. It's just nonstop text to speech. And that's why
Bad Juju 1 says yeah.
when Banana comes in, on Wednesdays, when she comes in and does the show with me and Brooke sometimes, she requests, like, don't do the text to speech thing. She's like, I need a break from the text to speech. And I totally get that.
Sunrose 8 says, did the smell make you dizzy? Be careful.
It did. It was not.
Shaster says I have to change up the voices to not get bored.
Yeah, I don't know. I just deal with it. I mean, I have a couple of different voices on my phone. What I'm doing right here on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, this show. I had this thing that you guys are seeing and hearing.
The real ghost face says I can't wait for tomorrow going to a sporting event.
There you go. I knew. See,
At
I knew.
Amber Shippert Bell 9730 says hello from Bandon, Oregon.
Bandon or I
Shaster
think
says
you
yeah, I
said.
deal with it mostly too lol.
I remember Bandon, Oregon was
Sigwin says 11 hours a day at work with JAWS for Windows in my ear and a person in the other ear.
Yeah, that's a
At
lot.
Mr. Balbino says, hey Pete, would
What's
you
up?
rather live the way you do now, or see things constantly that aren't there that ruin your life? At Anime Olive says,
First of all, Bandon, Oregon. I feel like I heard you say hello from Bandon, Oregon when I was doing my workout show on Thursday, I believe. Hello again. Would I rather live the way I do now or constantly see things that ruin my life? No, I would not like to have my life ruined. There's a lot of those. People always they're like, would you rather have your eyesight back and no toes on any of your feet or stay blind? Like, I get a lot of those all the time. People asking these that's not the way cures work. Like, if medicine were able to cure blindness somehow, I don't think they'd be like, hey, dude, we got a cure for blindness, but you have to give up 3 of your fingers. Are you down with that? And I don't think that's the way that it's going to happen.
Shaster says
For
ours
some
is free
reason,
because of
I
it
think
being on
both of my
stuff by
headphones
default.
died. I'm like talking funny levels because I don't know. Let me reach up here and see if I can get the volume back up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Siglin says question to the chat. Would you
Yeah.
rather not be able to walk or not be able to see if those were the only 2 options?
Jeez, those are terrible options. I don't like those options. All right,
At
so
La Matea Y Curry Sissa says it is 10 o'clock here where I am, and I
I
have
might-
a toddler that will not go to bed. It's just she is a tornado,
It
turning
is
the
7
whole house upside down.
7 p.m. right now.
Shaster says I'll stick to being blind lol. At
Yeah.
Mr. Balbino says I'm not making a joke. I'm schizophrenic.
Well, I figured you were asking for a reason. But yeah, anything that ends with that ruins your life. No, I would not like that. I would not want something
Jenny
that
says you
ruins my
can go
life.
into accessibility on the phone for the books and enable it for anything.
Oh, someone was asking me earlier about some books. I don't like the books. Like I
At
listen
Jenny
to
says iPhone is the best.
I listen to a ton of audiobooks. Like I'm a huge consumer of audiobooks. And they were telling me about something like this, like a 3D adventure or something or other with like a whole cat. I don't like listening to audiobooks where there's a cast of voices.
Kimbo14 says small right.
And technically, you'd think it'd be better. You'd think like listening to. Oh, I got a cut on my toe from today. I didn't know that was there. Technically, you'd think that'd be more fun, like listening to a bunch of actors as opposed to one. But something about it, when you listen to audiobooks and there's like 7 people doing all the character voices, it just seems like a little bit much. Like at that point, I feel like I'd rather just be like watching a show if I could see it. Like I like good voice actors. Right now, the guy that's narrating the book that I'm listening to Undying Mercenaries, Book 25, Demon World. It's written by B.B. Larson and narrated by Mark Boyette. And I feel like he's a really good narrator. I still think one of the best I ever heard was the guy that narrated the, no, not Lord of the Rings. Roy Dutrice narrated, not House of the Dragon. This is when I need to start wrapping it up because my brain stops working. House of the Dragon is the follow-up to, what is wrong with me? Why can't I think of the most popular TV show that everybody was watching?
says I think it takes
Game of
way too
Thrones.
long to
Oh
read a
my
book if
God.
someone else is reading it to you.
When I can't think of Game of
says call
Thrones.
stream.
When I can't
At
think
Holland
of,
Commando says glad I stayed on long enough to hear what you thought of full cast books.
yeah, yeah, you asked that
Kimbo14 says I'm
forever
not
ago.
blind, but I process audiobooks better, so I may check that out for my textbooks.
I used to all of my in high school and in college, all of my
Sunrose
books were
8 says no
audiobooks.
audiobooks with the full cast feels too close to an audio play. At that point, just add sound effects and music.
Yeah, it's a bit
Sibling
much.
says I got the CNIB the blind library, and I joined my subscription and it gave it to me for free.
So I got to look
At
into
Isabella
that.
Short 1 says I'm reading Dan Brown books right now.
Oh, because I spend a
Mr.
ton. I spend a ton of money on. I mean, a ton is relative. I spend a bunch of money on audiobooks. Like I listen to. I'm constantly listening to audiobooks, and I mean constantly. Because if I'm not listening to an audiobook, my brain is racing, and I can't it's like I need to turn it off every now and then. So I will throw an audiobook in. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks while I'm working out. Sometimes I listen to them to fall asleep. I'm always listening to them like in the morning or when I have lunch. And I've just gotten used to that, like the one person doing all the character voices and stuff. And I tell you, in Game of Thrones, Roy Dutrice, I mean, there's so many characters. Like there's so many characters in Game of Thrones. And Roy Dutrice has like a different voice for each of them. But it's funny. I will never forget this. I don't know why. I mean, he's an amazing. I think he was like 85 when he started recording those things. He was very old. The only error he made, and it was weird that he made it because I felt like it was an avoidable error, um, is Catelyn Stark, I believe, is how you're supposed to say it. But in one book, he was calling her Caitlin Stark, and then in the next book, he was calling her Catelyn. And then he was kind of going back and forth and back and forth. I'm like, Roy, you got to pick a name. And I was like, how can he remember how to do the voice for all of the characters he does voices for, but then he can't remember how to say Caitlin/Catelyn Stark's name correctly? I thought that was an interesting error in the Game of Thrones books. But he really, like, I feel like he set the bar high in terms of audio narration. You can't just narrate a book and do the same voice for everybody. He had like different voices, different cadences. I was really enjoying listening to the Game of Thrones books. What did I hit? I just hit something that,
At Isabella Short One says, I love putting on an audiobook when I am doing something I can autopilot, like folding laundry or mopping the house.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Like whenever if I have to do laundry or if I have to like clean the house or
folding laundry or mopping the house.
Oops, let's just say that. Or like doing some maintenance on the gym in the garage or something. It's just like all audiobook all the time. Like I love it. Being in silence kind of like freaks me out these days. I listen to so many audiobooks that like when it's quiet, I'm like, I don't even know what to do with myself. I think I am starting to feel like it might be time for dinner. When did I got it at 5:20. 7:05. I haven't done a full 2 hours, but I also feel like the chat's getting a little quiet. And that means that it's after 10 p.m. on the East Coast, and maybe you guys are going out to dinner, having some fun. But especially if I'm going to be back tomorrow morning, and I haven't decided yet. I don't know whether I'm going to try and go on before the World Cup final or after the World Cup final. I'm not interested. I'm not a big soccer guy myself. I should admit that because I do a lot of work for it. But I'm not super into soccer, so I won't be partaking in that.
I'm sitting in my room.
Okay, I'm sitting in my room too.
Because we are listening. Ha ha ha.
You know what's funny?
Commando says thanks for all the fish.
The fish. I got the email today from ABC Jenny, and my email
6944 says a great read is Where the Red Fern Goes. I listened to one audiobook. I do music instead of audiobooks.
Where the Red Fern
Sunrose
Goes. I don't know
says
that
it will
one.
be 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Wait, I haven't been on for 2 hours and 10 minutes, have I?
6944 says it is after 10 p.m. lol.
Yeah. So I got the email today, and it said ABC Jenny. She's like, hey, it's ABC Jenny. I'm like, that's not ringing a bell. But now, as I hear it in the chat, because the chat is so bad at reading voices, it keeps going, Epic Jenny. I'm like, oh, that's ABC. One last quick story.
Shaster says, Pete, I'm gonna have to bug your inbox. Lol.
Okay, bug it. I mean, you're welcome to hop in there, but don't bug it. When I was like text to speech was like pretty new, and it was before I started understanding like when someone says lol, that's LOL. When someone's like burp, that's like be right back.
It's 10:06 for me, so 7 for you.
I didn't. Oh, sorry. I didn't quite know what everything meant, and I just started to see this girl, and I was like going to bed, and we didn't say like I like you to each other yet. Hadn't said anything like romantic or cutesy. We hadn't declared our intentions at all. And I get this text from her out of the blue that just goes Soxo, and I write back socks, SOCKS, question mark, and she was like pissed, like because she didn't know that I heard Soxo. She actually tried to write to me, and it was like her cutesy way of saying like I like you. Sure, like XOXO, and my stupid phone read Soxo. And like she literally like kind of like ghosted me for a couple days, and then finally, and then I had to like explain. I'm like, my text to speech didn't read it properly. She's like, what do you mean text to speech? Like I wasn't super like or not open, but I wasn't super.
Says someone asked me.
I wasn't discussing my blindness at that point. I especially wasn't like trying to lure in a new girl by telling her about my crappy eyesight. I'm like, yeah, I can't actually see your texts. I have to listen to text to speech, and it was like generation 1 text to speech reader. And the thing literally said Soxo on me. So that was a bit of a lesson. All right. I do think that, where's the music? I'm going to go eat me some Chinese food that I ordered last night because it was so dang delicious. I'm also going to see if that tripod I ordered finally has gotten here. Maybe we can do some stuff in the house tomorrow, not just me on the couch. I don't know if you guys like that stuff. If you like it when I'm out and about, or if you just enjoy chilling with me here. Either way, I'm going to try and make it back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, going to try and do it every day. If Banana's not around, I'm going to try and keep you guys company and have you guys keep me company. I actually appreciate your making it so that I don't get bored and lonely on this banana vacation. So thanks to everybody. Appreciate you. I can put the chat on for a second while you guys say adios to each other, and I will be back tomorrow at some point. Thank you, everybody.
At Jenny says good night, enjoy your food. Chaster says bye. At Mr. Balvino says thank you for hearing me out, P. Love your content. Sunrose 8 says check your fly, Pete. Have a good night, everyone.